Hi, I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web fishing report. I want to start things off this week by saying thank you very much to everyone who stopped by to see us at the Saltwater Fishing Show in Providence. It was a great show, as always. I enjoyed speaking to each and every one of you and look forward to going back again next year. Another announcement this week, we've got the April monthly issue, which is due out this Thursday. So look for it in your mailbox this weekend, your newsstands towards the end of the week, as well as electronically due out Tuesday morning. As always, it's available electronically for all subscribers a little bit earlier than you can get it in the mailbox. That magazine is going to be jam-packed with tons of fishing information this month, as always. We really got a wide selection. There's articles that cover striped bass game fish debate, what striped bass see and how it applies to Block Island green color, Lake Ontario salmon and trout fishing, tuna spreader bars, hunting opening day trout beyond the bait and weight mentality, early season back-base stripers, bottom fishing in the Gulf of Maine, and lastly the 2014 Dreamboat Challenge kickoff, which includes the return of weak fish once again this year, as well as an additional category that's new this season. It's a special category for king salmon. That's something we haven't added before, and so definitely give the article a look, check out all the details. Looks to be an exciting season as always. We've got plenty for you in this month's issue. Moving on to what we've got for reports. Despite the fact that as I look outside I see snow falling, it is spring. Hopefully this is the final snowfall of the year because I'm sure done with it. I'm ready to move on to the open water season. Connecticut has finally set its 2014 marine regulations. There were quite a few changes that came up. Some things stayed the same, but there was enough changes to note, including an adjusted black sea bass season, as well as a shortened fluke season with a little bit larger minimum size limit on the fluke. Winter flounder was kind of a surprise to me, as previously, for instance, in Connecticut, we have just a 2-month, April and May season. For 2014, opening day, April 1st begins winter flounder, and this year it goes right on into December 31st. It remains a 2-fish limit, so if you can scratch up those 2 fish throughout the season, you'll be over the 12-inch limit, you'll be able to retain them. So that's a little interesting tidbit there. If you want complete details, check out the fisherman.com in the news section. I've got all of it written in there for you to take a look at. There continues to be pretty good word of striped bass movement here in Connecticut. Once again, all the major rivers, and they're starting to actually get word of some along the coast. I got a live report this weekend at the Rhode Island show. One of my friends came by to let me know that he had just gotten into a bunch of small bass just before he headed over to the show, so you can't get much fresher than that report. Let's see, up in Massachusetts, primary word up there is the trout stocking going on across the state, as well as largemouth bass fishing in the spring. It's always great fishing up there. You get some very big fish. Again, I was talking to a few guys at the show this weekend. They were antsy to get out. A few had just gotten out and done a little bit of action, but as the thaw of the ice that we had this winter is a little bit delayed, they're having a hard time accessing some of their spots. We've also got schoolie stripers starting to wake up across Massachusetts, as well as guys just starting to head out up there for winter flounder. Again, that fishery up in Mass kicks in a little bit later in the season, probably by the end of the month it'll really get going, but I'm sure we'll get reports here and there of a couple of blackbacks being caught. So there you go, quite a bit to pass along this week. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine. If you get out on the water, wishing you tight lines.